What happened when you got to the house? Oh, well, when I got to the house, I looked through an open window and I could see one of the big people. It was one of the people with yellow hair, like the one which was saying sir. This one had no clothes on at all. It was sitting in water. Its body was wet and very white. I could hear it singing through the open window. Did it see you? Not at first, but then another person, a person with four legs, ran towards me. This one was brown and small, and it had long hair. It shouted very loudly in a strange voice. It wasn't friendly. The person in the water looked up and saw me through the window. It screamed very loudly, and I screamed loudly too. The four-legged person ran away. Then we were silent. We didn't scream anymore. I smiled at the yellow-haired person, and it smiled at me. Was it still in the water? Yes, it was. But then it got out of the water, put on a white coat, and it came outside of the house to meet me. We looked at each other for a long time, and then it touched my hand. Its hand was still wet, but it was soft like Sam's hand the night before. We held hands, and it took me inside the house. What happened in the house? We went into a big room and sat down on chairs at a table. The four-legged person came back. The other one spoke to it quietly, and it sat down near my feet, and was very friendly. Did they speak to you? The four-legged one did, but the yellow-haired one said nothing. It just smiled and held my hand. Then the yellow-haired one put something red from a bottle on top of a brown thing, and then smiled at me again. It also gave me a drink, a sort of cold brown drink. I ate some of the food, drank some of the drink, and tried to smile too. What did it taste like? I thought it might be dangerous to eat, but it was okay. What happened after you ate the food? The yellow-haired one took me into another room and put me into bed. I lay down with my head on something white and soft. It put its mouth on my face. Then it left me in the room, and the smaller person jumped into the bed and went to sleep with me. When I woke up, the big one was standing by the bed smiling. It was wearing a long red thing, but I could see its legs. It gave me a newspaper just like the Daily Star. There were lots of words which I couldn't understand, but there were also two photos. One photo was of Superbird on the hillside. The other one was of Sam and myself with the lightning behind us in the sky. The yellow-haired person pointed to the photo of me and then pointed to me. Again it smiled. What did it do with the photo? It gave it to me. It cut out the photo out of the newspaper and gave the photo to me. It put its finger on Sam and in the photo, and I started to cry. We both cried. Then the four-legged one started to shout again. I've still got the photo. Here it is. I've never shown it to anyone before. You were the first person to see it. It's not very clear now. The paper is yellow, but I can see it's very important to you. Take care of it. I will. It's my only photo of Sam. Were there other people in the house? No, there was nobody else in the house. Just the two of them. There were many small people outside, the white people I saw before, but there were no other people in the house. For 3 days, there were no other people in the house. But I did hear a car one night, and voices came and then went away. For 3 days I stayed in bed, often with a small person laying next to me, licking my hand, and sometimes my face. Every night, the yellow-haired person out of its mouth on my face and then went away. Every morning when I woke up, it was standing by my bed, smiling.